Senator Duckworth. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I know you and the chairman have talked about the importance of resourcing our missions in the Indo-Pacific, and I think that was a very important conversation. I just want to emphasize the importance of that, particularly with regards to the ASEAN mission itself. I hope your commitment there also extends to Southeast Asia. I believe strongly in the importance of the role that ASEAN plays in regional stability, and believe we should be strengthening our partnerships with ASEAN. That's why I'm going to be traveling to Jakarta this coming week. And, it's also why when I'm there, I'm going to be specifically visiting the mission, the ASEAN mission itself, and to also meet with ASEAN member country leadership. I'll be discussing supply chain transparency, economic cooperation, trade facilitation, labor practices, and defense and maritime security. I look forward to bringing these discussions back to inform my work on this issue. So I just want to emphasize the importance of ASEAN.
Senator, I couldn't agree more with you, and I think it's incredibly important part of the world, getting even more important. ASEAN and our ASEAN friends and partners are critically important, and I look forward to hearing about your trip and some of the learnings when you come back.
Thank you. I'm going to shift gears a little bit, and it's unfortunate that Senator Hagerty has left because I was going to give him some kudos. One issue that has come up repeatedly in my discussion with our various missions around the world is the problem of accessibility at overseas missions and residences. While the State Department has made considerable efforts to incorporate accessibility features into new design and construction, it has devoted far fewer resources to upgrading existing facilities. I remember on a trip to Japan when Ambassador Hagerty was when my colleague was the ambassador to Japan, and one of the staff members there, when I said there are no accessible bathrooms that I can get to, the response was, "Oh, we're in Japan. This is not the ADA. It doesn't apply to Japan." And I said, "This is American soil. This is the U.S. Embassy." And under then Ambassador Hagerty's leadership, they actually went through and fixed everything. So it was quite wonderful. But I just found out again, since his tenure there, the bathroom in the ambassador's residence is still not accessible. They've put grab bars and all the stuff in there, but the door is still not within ADA. It's not in compliance with the ADA. The lack of accessibility at so many of our facilities is a serious obstacle to the full participation of people with disabilities who want to serve their nation and advance U.S. policy overseas. It also makes it extremely difficult for non-disabled individuals with family members who are disabled to be able to serve our government overseas. Because it is difficult to find accessible facilities and homes abroad, our nation's diplomats often have to make very tough choices, and we must make sure that the best, most qualified people are posted to each of our missions, but they can't do that, and they can't go to the countries where we need them to if such barriers are getting in their way. If confirmed, what steps will you take to make sure that our overseas missions and residences are fully accessible in compliance with the ADA? It's been 32 years since ADA passed, to all U.S. governmental employees and their families. And will you commit to working with me to make concrete progress towards achieving full accessibility?
Yeah, Senator, absolutely, 100%. And it's an incredibly important issue. As you probably know, our facilities are not as up to date as they should be. And this is from a variety of perspectives. And so we need to make sure that our people are not limited in any way by the facilities and where they serve. So I look forward to working with you closely on it. And I will say even more than that, I think accessibility, as you've pointed out many times, is only part of the answer. There is also making sure that we are promoting and retaining and recognizing and advancing people with disabilities throughout the State Department. And I look forward to working with you on that as well.
Thank you. I would also like to ask you about accessibility and the prioritization of disability rights within the State Department here at home. As you know, it's one of the things to be in compliance with the law, but it's another to encourage and cultivate a culture that welcomes, values, and empowers people with disabilities. What actions will you take, if confirmed, to foster such a culture at the State Department here at home?
Yeah, again, I'll just restate this is important to me personally, and I will make sure that this is a priority on my team And I already know it's a priority for Secretary Blinken. I've seen the DEIA strategic plan. I've seen the detailed benchmarks that they're putting in place, some 200 measurable performance measurements on this scale. So accessibility, but again, the whole suite of kind of issues that go with it are going to be very, very important if confirmed.
Thank you. I yield back, Chairman.